What's up, people? What are my mech heads? What up? Don't ask. Anyway, today we're covering Full Armor Gundam. Full Armor Gundam is from Gundam Thunderbolt, which is a movie and a series that takes place before our lovely poster boy RX-78. And Full Armor is a replacement that Brett had for his video in 15 tips for beginners, quick and dirty, for the GP03. This is one of his two 400 types. So to find Full Armor Gundam, you're going to search for the Gundam Thunderbolt section, which is above Missing Link, and Ragnarista G, which is in Japanese. It's a gold G if you just go up from your starting point. Costs 400 on death, is a various S type, and Full Armor being a various S, that means he's like balanced between range and melee, but a little more focused on shooting. As always, we start with mobility and movements. And with Full Armor Gundam, if you press R2, I'm going to assume that most of my new players aren't using fight sticks, so I'm going to stick with the PlayStation controls. So if you press R2, he does a dash. It has a long cooldown time. But if you use the dash, you have options. It's not just a dash forward towards your opponent. If you press range, he fires the cannon on his right shoulder. If you press melee, he does a 3-hit combo pop-up. You have to press the melee button each time for the 3 hits. And then if you press L1, he'll dash forward and do a beam from that cannon on his right shoulder. Other than that, he doesn't have any charge attacks. His L1 launches a couple missiles. His L2 is a full open barrage, almost like Gundam Heavy Arms. And as far as your gear goes, since he's a more shooting focused type of Gundam, you want to go with lightning gear to give you more speed, more mobility. But if you like going melee with him, then by all means go blaze gear. It can't go wrong. When you activate your gear, Full Armor doesn't have anything that I could find that extends combos or maybe opens up more avenues for you. His burst is really good. If you press the button again, it goes into a barrage attack where he sheds all of his optional equipment and lunges forward with a beam saber. It looks so awesome too. Reference to the show also. Getting into gameplay with Full Armor Gundam. Full Armor is really good. It's really balanced, which is the reason why Brett chose it as a replacement for the 400 slot. Full Armor doesn't really have too many openings other than the fact that it's slow. And I don't want to hark on the fact that it's a space type and the difference between gravity-based mobile suits and Gundams and space-type mobile suits and Gundams, because we could go all day for that. But he's pretty slow. With all the extra shields and the weight, he hovers a lot. His R2 helps. It really does help you close in on your opponent, but it doesn't help you move around. Even when you're just using your normal boost, you're still moving pretty slow. And your opponents can take advantage of that. If they know, which most of them do, if they know how Full Armor works, they're going to wait for you to attack. Because your animations take longer to recover. So if you don't use your boost dive to cut off those animations, you're leaving yourself wide open. And his missiles don't have great tracking either. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that in the game, but his missiles are easy to avoid. They're best if your opponent doesn't see them coming. When you're getting into team play, you really want to keep in mind that you being slow, heavy, but powerful, you're going to be a target. You're a 400. If your partner's a 300 or 500, they're going to come after you first. So getting to learn the movement basics is very important for Full Armor Gundam. You want to be used to dodging. You want to be used to using your boost dive to cut off animations. You want to play around with positioning yourself. You know, as a beginner, you're not going to see everything up front because he's kind of got a lot to take in as far as like how long this is versus, you know, can I hit this opponent from here, and you know, why can't I move as fast as all the other ones? You're going to have some distractions, but when you really get good with full armor Gundam, you can do some amazing things. I wish I could use the footage from other people, but I've seen some veterans use full armor Gundam and they just soloed a whole team. Like they took on 2 people by themselves, 3 people. Like they can do it. Full armor can do it, and a lot of Gundams can do it. But full armor is a great beginner 400 where you learn a lot of the basics because you're forced to. You're forced to think on your feet. You're forced to move fast. You're forced to think fast. And that's great because once you get caught up with how the pace of battle is with something so heavy and slow, and you can start to make it look like it's easy, you can take full armor to the next step and advance into more advanced movements, combos, abilities. You know, you can start to really own your opponents by putting in the time and work to do so. So overall, full armor, great pick for beginners. I can see why Brett picked it as a replacement. And after playing it for a couple days, I had a lot of fun. You know, it's not my type. I don't like shooting types. I like fighting types. But I had a lot of fun with Full Armor Gundam. And he's definitely worth taking a shot at if you're new to the game and you want something that has a high ceiling for growth. You know, you're not going to feel like you're limited right off the bat once you get good with it. You have a lot of space to grow, and that's what's so beneficial about playing the Full Armor Gundam. So that's it for me. We're gonna continue on with Brett's top 6 from his video, quick and dirty. Leave a like if you liked this video, if it helped you out, if it gave you some insight. Let me know. If you're a veteran and you feel like I left something out or I didn't mention like all the numbers and the damage and blah 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 blah, that's what the comments are for. So leave comments for beginners. A lot of veterans have done that in the past where they've left comments for beginners in not only my videos but other videos, and people who see it, they read it and it helps them. So while my videos are to give you a quick insight on the Gundam or the mobile suit, some things to think about while you're learning the game, if you're a veteran, put it in the comments, man. People read that stuff. So anyway, I'm out. I gotta do more videos. I got a long list to go, man. There's over 100 Gundams right off the bat without DLCs. Have fun, guys. Remember to always have fun. Gundam is inspiration and love. And I will see you guys out on the battlefield. Take care.